Welcome back. I'm going to call this Tutorial Tuesdays from now on. How can you communicate your growth and your progress to your audience, your customers, your stakeholders? How can you do it in a transparent way without saying too much? Because we know that there's some things that you have to be quite mindful of. You can't overshare. You definitely shouldn't overshare as a brand because usually that happens when you're not planned and you're not scripted and you're kind of off the cuff, and you'll usually say something that you wish you hadn't and you can't take it back because once it's out there, it's part of this amazingly new investigative journalism on TikTok. So you want to be really careful. So let's talk about it. Welcome to my channel. I am Serena. I am a chartered public relations practitioner. I'm also a systems thinking practitioner, currently studying my MSc in it. I have more than 20 years experience because I've been doing this since my 20 something, 21 I think, and now I'm in my 40s, so yeah, it's been more than 20 years, and I have done public relations in so many different sectors, and I've learned so much in all the different roles that I've had. And I'm currently in a more senior role. I still have a 9 to 5 and I consult as well, and there's so many things that I sort of learn, or I have learned and understood about the different sort of PR settings that I've worked in and different kinds of clients that I've worked for. And I think it's so tempting just to, especially when you're a small outfit and you're an entrepreneur, you just want to kind of grab your phone and just be like, so this is what's going on. And you'll usually end up sharing too much. So let's figure out a way to say just enough to bring your audience, your customers, your stakeholders into the process with you so that they can experience all the wonderful stuff that your brand has to offer. So, yes, welcome back to Tutorial Tuesdays. And I am now going to just set Tuesdays as tutorial day, and it's going to be sort of similar to the kind of style that I provide in my courses, which are available. First things first, and I'm a really big, what do we say, encourager of this, and that is write stuff down. Write it down, do like a mind plop, if you like, and first say, okay, so we're going to do an example. Let's say you are a content creator within the lifestyle space and you are going through some changes because you've launched something, but you've also had some personal circumstances that are now in the press. Whoa, I think I've just figured out who this person is. But anyway, let's just go with it. So you've got some changes in your business, but also your personal life. You want to bring your audience in. Your audience are the people that watch you. Your audience are the people that buy your stuff, that endorse you, that advocate for you, that are perhaps also your brand partners, sponsors, stakeholders, investors. All these people are your audience. So you can segment them all into what kind of customer they are, what kind of follower they are, what kind of like watcher, listener they are. Perhaps you have a podcast, and then also what kind of investor, sort of sponsor, partner they are. So segment it. So that's your first thing. So wait, didn't I say you're going to write stuff down? Yeah, this is what you're going to write down. You're going to segment your audience because, and I'm doing this with my hands right now, like, I don't know if that helps, because you've got all these different segments and they're all used to you communicating in a certain way. And this person over here, who is your Instagram follower, is used to you being very personable and talking about what you've had for your coffee. And they're used to you talking about the fact that you just come back from the gym and you're sweaty, or something along those lines. This over here, this person over here, this segment is your investor. They don't care what you've had for your coffee. They care that they care about the metrics or the analytics that show that your followers are really resonating with the fact that you had a certain kind of coffee, and therefore they'll continue to be engaged with you, and therefore you're going to be a good prospect for them in the sense that their investment is protected. Do you see where I'm going with this? So each one of your segments cares about things in a different way. So you're not going to communicate with all of them in the same way about the changes that you're going on in your life. So let's take this Instagram follower, and let's take a someone who buys stuff from you. So they're kind of, in terms of their investment, it's a little bit higher. Let's take a brand sort of sponsor, and then let's take an investor. So you've got a launch of something new, and some personal circumstances have changed. Your partner has cheated on you, and it's now in the press. Your Instagram follower, probably wants to know a little bit more of the personal side of things, but you don't want to share too much. And also, you've got a launch of something going on. So you've got to be careful, because you know what the internet says and what people on social media says, especially the investigators, and they'll be like, I bet this has happened just because they've got a launch. So you've got to think about that. Remember, this is PR, okay? We have to forecast, anticipate, think about the landscape, not just our segments. We've got to think about what's going on right now, and what are people thinking and feeling, and how cynical are they. So you've got to think, okay, right now people want to hear about my breakup, but also I have a launch and that was planned and things are sort of going. So what do I do? You can firstly decide what are the top three things that you're willing to absolutely share. So in terms of your personal story, so script that first, and then how can you pivot to the launch bit? So you could do this in two ways. So you could do first, hello, I know you are really worried for me, and I just want to let you know I am okay. Like, you could do that kind of reassuring message. Or you can say, hello, I'm here. And you could be very scripted, talking to the camera. Say, I'm here because I'm really eager to talk to you about my product launch. This was planned weeks ago, months ago, and I've got these exciting things to share with you. But obviously, because of recent events that have now concerned you as well, I would just like to reassure you I'm okay. Life happens. There will be some things that will be changing in terms of my personal life, but my business will remain the same. What I'm offering you, what I'm doing, all the exciting things I've got going on, that's still going to remain the same. And I want to talk to you about that. But of course, I want to reassure you, first thing, what you've heard is true, and what's going to happen next is yada, yada, yada. Okay. So you can say, I'm going to have some time to think about what's going on, because it's really important for me not to react, especially when I've got lots of things going on. So I just want to take some time to reflect, give me that space. But I just wanted to come here to let you know that I'm okay, but I do have to focus on some things, and also focus on how I'm feeling about things, reflect on it, just allow myself to process it a little bit. And there's no sort of like finite sort of like process, or as in there's no predetermined process for this. You don't know when you're going to feel okay. Mental health is so important for all of us, isn't it? You can just speak about it without speaking about it, and then talk, well, but the reason why I'm here is because this new rocket ship I've got, or whatever it is ready, and these are the features of it. So that's one way. Okay, so that's the person who follows you, who's engaged with you, and who occasionally clicks on your stuff. Now you've got the people that actually buy your product. You want to talk directly to them about your launch, because they're invested in what you have to offer, because they buy, but they still care about you and your personal brand, because personal brand is still really important. What you want to do next is this. You want to say, I'm here to talk to you about this. I'm so happy that you're here. You've been waiting for it. I have not disappointed, as promised. This is going to be available to you right now. If you want to know a little bit more about what's been going on behind the scenes, especially given recent events, I'm just letting you know I'm totally okay. The product is here, but if you want to check out what I sort of said on my Instagram, then here's a link for that. Coming back to the reason that you're here, like, let's bring them back. And so now that served a purpose. If they care enough, they'll go to that Instagram post. For now, you've made it all about this product. And you can breathe. Okay, so now we've got two more audiences. We've got brands, brand sponsors, partners who might be concerned. And they're probably sort of more concerned in the sense that, are you still going to be making videos or content so that they can continue to sort of put their brand stamp on it? And you might want to do a quick email, and it'll go something like this. And it'll go something like this. Dude, this is a song, isn't that? Okay. It'll go something like this. It'll say, hello, brand partner, I don't know who they are, HelloFresh or something, um, I appreciate that you've like gosh, how formal, it depends on how formal and informal you are. You want to basically sort of like immediately I get to the point, like 3 points pyramid. I'm contacting you because I'm aware you are now knowledgeable of what's been going on in my personal circumstances and it's all over the press. I just want to reassure you and thank you for your concern. I'm just taking some time to reflect on that matter in terms of my content and my business. Things are still going as planned, and here's a schedule of the next few things that are going to be coming out over the next few weeks. Immediate reassurance. They're like, whoa, this person has taken the time to communicate that, yeah, there's some ish going on, but your investment, or, well, our partnership and things are going to run as smoothly as possible. Let's just say there will be some interruption. You can say, here's a revised schedule of what's going to be going on. So instead of the delivery of the next 3 things over the next 3 weeks, will be over the next 6 weeks. And then these are the next bits I've got planned, which will be over 4 weeks. And then I'll be back up on, I don't, and it really depends on how much they expect from you and what they expect from you. Okay, here comes the investor bit. They really just want to know if things are still going to be running as they should be. And so you just want to get to the point. Just going to be like, hey, so you know what's up? I'm good. Going to take some time behind the scenes, but things are going to continue to flow. Here's a schedule of stuff. These are my sort of like sponsors and brands for the next few things. This is my engagement. This is what social media is saying. I've addressed my sort of social media. I've addressed my customers, as in I've engaged with them. This is what some of the sentiment is. It's coming back, some of the feedback, and my brands and sort of my brand sponsors and partners are happy with this schedule, and I hope you're good. Just really like, just give them a quick forecast of what is the lay of the land, and they might just want to speak to you and be like, so what's up? Be like, yeah, I spoke to my Instagram peeps and also shot a really good email off to sponsors and partners. Also did an email. No, do you do a video? You do a video to your customers, and things are good. They completely understand that there's this stuff going on, but this is a schedule of stuff that's still going to be going out. So, your investment's protected. I'm good, but I am going to take some time. So that's why I've put this new schedule out. So, you're being much more proactive about it. And then they can be like, okay, cool, but you've got to let us know if something changes. So that's kind of a very different way of managing the different stakeholders and talking about your stuff without having to say too much. Let me know your thoughts. I hope this helped you and gave you some pointers. The whole idea was to give you some pointers so you can kind of be more confident about navigating this. And of course, with each thing, you can get into a lot more detail. But for now, I would just like to leave you with those pointers. Let me know if you would like more like this. This is Tutorial Tuesday. And I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't already subscribed, please do like, comment, and I'll catch up with you soon and maybe even see you on my newsletter list, which is called Brand Stuff That Matters. Everything is provided in the description. Take care.